Have you ever pondered why your feet might feel numb, tingly, or cold, even when you're not exposed to chilly weather? Numerous older individuals tend to dismiss these symptoms, believing they are merely a natural aspect of growing older. But what if some of the fruits you consume daily, fruits you've trusted to be healthy for years, are subtly causing more harm than good? What if they are causing nerve damage, inflammation, and fluctuations in blood sugar that directly impact the nerves in your feet? It's important to recognize that not every fruit is beneficial for older adults, particularly for individuals dealing with peripheral neuropathy, diabetes, or ongoing circulation problems. Nevertheless, these very fruits frequently occupy bowls on kitchen counters or are incorporated into morning breakfasts without a moment's hesitation. Today, we're highlighting 6 fruits that may not be the best choice for seniors, as they could be contributing to foot numbness and posing potential health risks. Before we get started, if you haven't subscribed yet, I suggest you click that button and activate the bell so you won't miss any health tips tailored just for you. If this video resonates with you, drop a 1 in the comments below. If that's the case, please type R0 to share how I can enhance the content for you. More than 25 million seniors in the US are impacted by peripheral neuropathy. It's a situation in which the nerves in your limbs, particularly the feet, start to operate improperly. It may lead to sensations of numbness, burning, tingling, or the peculiar feeling of walking on cotton. For those with diabetes and older individuals experiencing poor circulation, this condition can worsen rapidly, potentially resulting in falls, infections, or foot ulcers. What does fruit have to do with it? Fruits are abundant in vitamins and fiber, yet certain varieties can be alarmingly high in sugar, provoke inflammation, or possess acids and compounds that can worsen nerve issues. For seniors, particularly those who are already at risk, these fruits may pose more risks than benefits. Here are 6 fruits you should consider avoiding or significantly limiting from your diet starting today. 1. Pineapple, the concealed sweetness powerhouse. The pineapple, with its vibrant color, tropical essence, and sweet flavor, frequently represents health and vitality. This fruit has been a beloved choice for many older adults over the years, particularly in summer salads or as a cool, refreshing snack. Yet, beneath its bright facade lurks a hidden threat, especially for seniors grappling with circulation issues, diabetes, or heightened sensitivity in their feet. Many people overlook the fact that pineapple contains a significant amount of natural sugars, particularly fructose. Although it comes from nature, sugar remains sugar, and excessive consumption can lead to significant negative effects. A single cup of pineapple can hold over 16 grams of sugar, which rapidly enters the bloodstream. For older adults, whose bodies might struggle to manage sugar as effectively as they once did, this abrupt increase in blood glucose can pose risks. As time passes, it leads to what medical professionals refer to as glycemic stress, a detrimental cycle in which blood sugar levels spike dramatically and then plummet, depriving your nerves of the essential nutrients and oxygen required for optimal health. This damage is clearly evident in the feet. A tingling sensation, numbness, or a cotton-like feeling while walking. Your foot may have that peculiar sensation of being half asleep, even after you've been seated for what feels like an eternity. That feeling goes beyond mere discomfort, it serves as a crucial alert. Your nerves may be starting to misfire, potentially even deteriorating due to insufficient blood flow and an overload of sugar in your bloodstream. Pineapple, when consumed regularly or in significant quantities, can quietly accelerate this process. One must also take into account an inflammatory aspect. Pineapple has bromelain, a substance that may irritate the gut or serve as a histamine trigger for certain individuals. The sugar content in this fruit, while natural, can contribute to chronic inflammation that affects your joints, circulation, and ultimately your peripheral nerves. The very fruit that once seemed like a wholesome treat may now be subtly undermining the very essence of your mobility and comfort. What's the most perilous aspect? Pineapple is not reminiscent of peril. It evokes the essence of summer. It embodies the essence of youth. Yet for weary nerves and delicate feet, it frequently proves to be a charming illusion. What about other fruits that seem harmless but can cause just as much damage or even more? Let's examine a fruit that conceals itself beneath a facade of moisture and ease, yet could very well be one of the most deceptive items on your plate. If you're still tuned in and appreciating these insights, please drop a number 1 in the comments to show your support. Next, we shall proceed to the second point. 2. Juicy and refreshing, watermelon is a delightful summer treat. Invigorating yet perilous. On a warm day, few things can compare to the pleasure of sinking your teeth into a chilled, succulent slice of watermelon. It evokes nostalgia for carefree days filled with outdoor feasts, gatherings of loved ones, and joy under the warm summer rays. Watermelon embodies a sense of purity, almost restorative in nature. Ultimately, it's primarily composed of water, isn't it? How can something so straightforward, so inherent, pose a threat? However, for older adults, particularly those experiencing numbness or tingling in their feet, the reality is quite disconcerting. Watermelon, with its delightful flavor and minimal calories, possesses a notably high glycemic index, resulting in a swift increase in blood sugar levels, akin to that of candy. The rapid fluctuations in glucose levels might go unnoticed initially, yet as time progresses, these recurring spikes can compromise the delicate blood vessels nourishing your nerves, particularly in the extremities. When your blood sugar surges, your body works tirelessly to restore equilibrium. However, the nerves, particularly those located farthest from your heart, such as those in your feet, are the first to experience distress. They suffer from inflammation, lack of oxygen, and sustained damage. Once nerve damage sets in, it seldom turns back. The subtle tingling in your toes, the feeling of stepping on pebbles or cold concrete, may indicate that something more significant has been quietly developing over the years. Watermelon might create an illusion of being hydrated. Indeed, it has water, yet it is devoid of the crucial electrolytes and fiber necessary for your body to manage sugar effectively. In that fleeting moment of refreshment, a hidden turmoil brews within, as your nerves grapple with the tempest of glucose surging through your bloodstream. For numerous older individuals, particularly those dealing with diabetes or prediabetes, watermelon acts as an unsuspected adversary. Appealing at first glance, yet perilous over time. The most poignant aspect? It is frequently consumed under the impression that it is beneficial, yet, in truth, it subtly aids in nerve degeneration, creates imbalance, and heightens the risk of falls. And if a fruit as refreshing and pure as watermelon can bring about such consequences, what might we expect from those that arrive in smaller, more tempting bites? Fruits that you can effortlessly enjoy in a single bite. Let's explore one of the most unexpectedly perilous fruits that can be found in nearly every senior's refrigerator. 3. Vines bearing clusters of succulent fruit. The quiet underminers. These delightful bites are petite, sugary, and perfect for munching. Grapes are frequently regarded as one of the most innocuous fruits. A bowl could sit on your table, inviting you to grab a few while you peruse the paper or enjoy a show. They appear to be a wise option in contrast to chips or cookies. However, for older individuals, particularly those experiencing numbness, tingling, or burning sensations in their feet, grapes could be among the most deceptive fruits available. The peril of grapes extends beyond their sugar content, which is significant in itself. A single cup can pack as much as 23 grams of sugar. The core issue stems from the specific kind of sugar, fructose, which can burden the liver, elevate blood sugar levels, and subtly lead to metabolic disruptions. For older adults with potentially diminished insulin sensitivity, these fluctuations can take a toll on the nerves, especially those located furthest from the center, the feet. The sugar in grapes is quickly absorbed due to their minimal fiber content. That signifies that every handful can unleash a swift surge of sugar into your bloodstream. As time passes, this results in the inflammation of blood vessels and nerve endings, constricting the fragile pathways that maintain the sensation in your legs and feet. What begins as a gentle tingling may gradually evolve into an intense, burning pain or, even more troubling, a numbness so profound that you lose all sensation of the ground below you. Even more troubling, grapes can be quite addictive. Their petite dimensions and delightful taste render them perilously simple to indulge in excessively. In contrast to a rich dessert, it's often hard to notice when you've overindulged. However, your nerves certainly do. They experience the consequences with each additional gram of sugar, with every decline in circulation, with every instant of oxidative stress that erodes their vitality. Moreover, it's important to remember that grapes frequently accompany cheese, crackers, or wine, pairings that only intensify the sugar content and further irritate the nervous system. What appears to be a simple enjoyment gradually transforms into a subtle menace to your ease, stability, and autonomy. If grapes, so small and seemingly reliable, can undermine your health in such a way, consider the implications when a fruit is not only sugary but also misleadingly celebrated as beneficial for the heart. Let's delve into a particular fruit that has likely been a staple in your morning routine for years, yet might be subtly heightening your anxiety from within. If you're still tuned in and appreciating these insights, please drop a number 1 in the comments to let me know you're present. Let's continue with point number 4. 4. Bananas. Excess can spoil even the finest pleasures. Peeling a banana brings a subtle sense of tranquility. It's gentle, recognizable, and simple to absorb. A common choice for numerous older individuals who incorporate it into their daily morning rituals. For years, you've likely been told that bananas are beneficial for potassium and can aid in muscle cramps. While there's some truth to that, the narrative goes deeper. In reality, for seniors dealing with numbness or tingling in their feet, bananas could be causing more issues than benefits. It's often overlooked that bananas, particularly when they reach full ripeness, contain a significant amount of natural sugar. A medium banana can have as much as 17 grams of sugar, primarily consisting of glucose and fructose, which are significant contributors to fluctuations in blood sugar levels. Sudden spikes in glucose levels can pose significant risks for older individuals who have insulin sensitivity, prediabetes, or type 2 diabetes, conditions that are frequently encountered in later years. As time goes on, these spikes in sugar levels lead to inflammation and swelling in the peripheral nerves, especially in the lower legs and feet. Inflammation of nerve tissue interferes with the electrical signals that govern sensation and movement. The tingling in your toes, the chill that persists even in a warm room, these are signs that your nerves are under duress and lacking the nourishment they need. Bananas are known to have a natural compound known as tyramine, which can influence the constriction of blood vessels and impact blood pressure. Though it may be safe in small amounts, excessive use or interaction with specific medications can lead to alterations in blood flow, which may further hinder circulation to the feet. When circulation is impaired, the healing of nerves is hindered. They fade away, gently, frequently without a sign. We consume bananas, convinced they benefit our heart and muscles, yet seldom reflect on the impact they might have on our most delicate nerves. This illustrates how something once beneficial can turn detrimental as the body evolves over time. Yet, if bananas, long cherished and relied upon, can inflict such concealed harm, what occurs when the fruit transcends sweetness and is transformed into a powerful essence that heightens every danger? Now, let's delve into a particular fruit that delivers a surprising amount of sweetness in a tiny serving, and the outcomes might astonish you. 5. Dehydrated fruits. Intense difficulty. They might appear innocuous in your pantry. A small collection of raisins, a couple of dates, perhaps some dried apricots or figs, tucked away in a zippered bag. Consider adding them to your cereal, believing you're enhancing it with fiber and a touch of natural sweetness. For many years, dried fruits have been regarded as nutritious snacks, frequently selected as a superior option to processed sweets. However, many individuals, particularly those in older age groups, may not be aware that dried fruits rank among the most concentrated sources of sugar available. For aging nerves, particularly in the feet, that concentrated sweetness can transform into a gradual, destructive toxin. As fruits undergo the drying process, they shed moisture while preserving their natural sweetness. And not only do they hold on to it, they focus it intensely. A once whole piece of fresh fruit transforms into a concentrated morsel brimming with fructose and glucose. A modest portion of raisins, for example, can contain as much sugar as a chocolate bar, yet without the immediate sense of guilt. That's the concealed threat. Dried fruits evoke a sense of purity, carrying a hint of the therapeutic. However, for older adults, especially those already dealing with blood sugar concerns or nerve damage, they can be a hidden danger. This intense burst of sweetness surges through your body rapidly, inundating your bloodstream and challenging your insulin response. For older adults whose bodies have lost some of their metabolic resilience, this results in elevated blood sugar levels that persist longer, directly contributing to nerve inflammation. With continued exposure to this influx of sugar, the blood vessels that nourish your peripheral nerves, particularly in your legs and feet, can suffer significant harm. The warm, burning sensation at night, along with the increasing numbness that obscures the feeling of the floor beneath your toes, signals that your nerves are in desperate need of assistance. Dried fruits might be leading them toward a quieter existence. Moreover, dried fruits frequently undergo treatment with preservatives such as sulfites, which may provoke further inflammation or allergic reactions. Due to their small size and chewy texture, it's quite simple to indulge in them excessively. Exceedingly simple. Now envision a fruit that remains fresh, yet conceals itself behind a welcoming exterior. A fruit commonly linked to wellness, resilience, and liveliness. However, for numerous older adults, it can subtly fray nerves and disrupt the very treatments designed to safeguard their well-being. Now, let's explore the last fruit on our list, one that may catch you off guard even further. 6. Oranges aren't always beneficial for heart health. For countless years, oranges have represented vitality and well-being. From the breakfast tables of childhood to the lunches served at senior centers, they have long been relied upon for their reputation in providing vitamin C and enhancing immunity. Perhaps you recall the advice given during flu season to consume orange juice or enjoy a whole orange to maintain your strength. While some of that guidance remains relevant in certain situations, for seniors, particularly those dealing with nerve issues, diabetes, or circulatory problems, oranges may pose more risks than benefits. Oranges have a notable sugar content, and when they are consumed frequently, particularly as juice, they can quickly elevate blood sugar levels. A medium orange has approximately 12 grams of sugar, but juicing it removes the fiber that helps slow down absorption, resulting in a sugary liquid that resembles a soft drink rather than a piece of fruit. For older individuals with a slower metabolic rate and diminished insulin sensitivity, an excess of sugar can pose significant risks. As time passes, it gradually deteriorates the fragile blood vessels that sustain the peripheral nerves, including those located in your feet. In addition to their sweetness, oranges possess a notable level of acidity. Although the acid might not impact younger, healthier bodies significantly, it can aggravate already inflamed or sensitive nerves, intensifying that familiar tingling or burning sensation in the feet. For individuals experiencing neuropathy, this can amplify discomfort, heighten nerve hypersensitivity, and potentially interfere with sleep, all stemming from a fruit thought to be harmless. It's quite concerning that oranges may disrupt the effectiveness of medications frequently given to older individuals. They have the potential to interfere with how your body processes statins, blood pressure medications, and specific anti-inflammatory drugs. The fruit you believe is benefiting your heart might, in fact, be undermining your treatment and quietly intensifying the nerve pain in your lower legs and feet. While oranges can fit into certain diets, they aren't always a benign option, particularly when eaten daily or without a clear grasp of their overall effects. Having discovered that even reliable fruits can undermine your nerve health, you might be asking yourself, what are the better options for my diet? You might be taken aback by the revelation that some of the finest fruits for your feet are those that frequently go unnoticed. What alternatives do you have? More nutritious options for fruit. Upon discovering that some fruits can subtly harm your nerves and exacerbate numbness in your feet, it's natural to feel disheartened, perhaps even deceived. Ultimately, these are the foods we were encouraged to welcome. Yet, with the passage of time, the dynamics shift. Our bodies grow increasingly sensitive, our nerves more exposed, and what once sustained us may now turn against us. Nevertheless, the aim is not to abandon fruit completely. It's about making thoughtful, deliberate decisions that safeguard your well-being, enhance your circulation, and align with the natural changes of your body over time. Begin by selecting fruits that are inherently low in sugar while being abundant in fiber and antioxidants. Berries like blueberries, raspberries, and strawberries stand out as excellent companions for seniors. They offer just the right amount of sweetness to quell cravings while maintaining a low glycemic index to prevent harmful blood sugar fluctuations. Rich in anti-inflammatory compounds, berries play a vital role in promoting nerve health and alleviating oxidative stress, potentially slowing the advancement of neuropathy. Avocados, frequently overlooked as a fruit, stand out as a remarkable option. These beneficial fats promote cardiovascular well-being and maintain balanced blood sugar levels, aiding in the preservation of nerve function and safeguarding blood vessels. In contrast to sugary fruits, avocados provide nourishment to the body while maintaining a sense of calm, delivering a steady source of energy. Apples, particularly when enjoyed with their skin, provide a delightful crunch along with a pleasing balance of natural sweetness and fiber. They are absorbed gradually, supporting consistent glucose levels over the course of the day. Lemons, while tart and frequently utilized as a complement, are rich in vitamin C and aid in detoxification, all without the high sugar content found in oranges. It's essential to embrace fruit, selecting varieties that align with your body's evolving requirements. Pair these fruits with protein or healthy fats, such as a handful of nuts or a slice of cheese, to slow digestion and allow your body the necessary time to absorb nutrients effectively. This phase of existence is not defined by limitations, but rather by insight, utilizing the knowledge you've gained to maintain your freedom, your autonomy, and your tranquility. As you progress on this journey, you might find yourself pondering which other foods, once thought to be beneficial, could be subtly compromising your health. You might find the responses to be both surprising and empowering. Concluding reflections. Your feet are communicating with you. Are you paying attention? As we age, we come to realize that well-being isn't solely about what we incorporate into our lives. It's equally about the decisions we make to release. The fruits we've discussed might be vibrant, recognizable, and even soothing, yet they don't always nourish the bodies we inhabit in the present day. And that's the difficult reality many of us remain unaware of, that something so inherent can turn detrimental as time progresses. I express this not merely as an observer of the research, but as an individual who has experienced the subtle changes in my legs, in my feet, and in the silent signals my body conveys before discomfort turns into something lasting. It is essential that we pay closer attention at this moment. Our nerves remain silent. They murmur softly. They communicate through a haze, in a state of equilibrium disrupted, in sensations that were absent just a year ago. Those whispers hold significance, as they carry a call for transformation, and the moment to act is upon us. The decisions we face at this point in our lives hold significant importance, impacting not only our comfort but also our autonomy, security, and our capacity to progress with resilience. Isn't it worth considering that simply altering the fruits on your plate could alleviate the burning sensation in your feet, stabilize your stride, or grant you an additional year of independence? You've journeyed through life and deserve to embrace comfort in your own skin. Don't allow old habits to take that away from you. Select with care. Proceed with care. And keep in mind, at times, the tiniest adjustment can serve as the initial stride toward a more resilient and stable future. These lessons aim to encourage you to embrace life wholeheartedly and genuinely. I'm eager to hear your thoughts. Pause for a moment to contemplate and express one insight you've gained and intend to incorporate into your own journey. Let us uplift one another as we navigate this path of embracing these truths. If this video resonated with you, I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments. If that's the case, please don't hesitate to leave a comment with a 0. We truly value your feedback. Remember to give us a thumbs up, share with your friends, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more engaging content like this. Thank you for tuning in, and here's to embracing life as you see fit.